There we go. That's a little bit better. Hopefully the wind's not too bad. What's up, everybody? So I promised some more videos and some ideas for things to shoot and photography stuff. So today I am out at the Amanda Township Cemetery near Amanda, Ohio. It's in southern Ohio. Southern central Ohio, really. But essentially, what I am looking for is a good scene. So I like to do nature photography, animals, landscapes, if I can find any good ones. But living in Ohio, there's not a ton of great landscape shots. So I tend to look for more trees, plants, things that stick out to me, and then as well cemeteries. The reason I like cemeteries is actually twofold. So one, very peaceful. If you can hear in the background, not a whole lot going on, and you can see gorgeous vistas. Let's turn around here. Now there is some storms and stuff in the area, some rain, pop-up showers. It's summertime weather, so there's that to deal with today. But that's actually a great lesson. Finding the time to go out and actually shoot. Finding places to go. A lot of these YouTubers I see that are talking about photography, they're great photographers and they have some great advice, but a lot of them tend to be in places or visit places quite often that lend themselves well, especially for landscape photography, to beautiful, stunning vistas with mountains and valleys and Great Lakes and everything like that. And you can find some of those things no matter where you are, but there's some places that stuff just doesn't exist. So you have to get yourself out there, no matter whether the weather's good, bad. You're going to find some days the weather's better than others. Some days the weather's going to be not too terrible. I mean, today it's a little warm, showers in the air and that kind of stuff. But otherwise, it's not like the normal time of day or day that you would expect to be out. And you might be sitting at home and you might look out the window and say, oh, it's cloudy, there's storms in the area, I don't really want to go out today. Go out. If you really want to become better at photography, make a hobby out of this, go out, see what you can find, and pick a location that interests you. So for instance, a cemetery is not a place that most people would think of to go shoot pictures. It's, for a lot of people, kind of depressing. It's where people are buried. Maybe you lost a loved one and you're just not fond of cemeteries. But the thing about it is you can find some great art and statues and things like that to photograph in cemeteries. I've found some really awesome things to shoot statue-wise, as well as some really cool headstone art. And actually, as I'm saying that now, I'm walking up on, there's one right here. We'll turn this around here. So something like that. But you can find some really cool artwork and statues and stuff like that that can make really great subjects. Because the number one thing for any photograph is that you want to have a good solid subject. So no matter where you're at, look for something that catches your eye. Do something that that you enjoy. Especially if you're doing this as just a hobby. If you're trying to do it professionally, you want to make money off of it, long term, there's better ways to make money. But if you are wanting to do this as a hobby, something to take up some time, learn something new, catch some really beautiful images, it's definitely worth getting out there, learning about it, and not letting the weather or the day get you down. As you can see in the background here, I'll probably get a shot of these in here in a minute. These clouds, just because there's some beautiful storm clouds on both sides of us right now. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, so keep an eye out for that kind of stuff. Here in a minute, I'm gonna, I think, probably set up for a shot up that direction. Yeah, probably up that way, just because there's more open area here. I don't know, I'm gonna look around and see what I can find, and then probably record the setup. Hopefully the wind's not too bad. So I'm on a Google Pixel. I've had an iPhone in the past. The wind was terrible with it, so I'm hoping that the wind's not as bad. It's not blowing too heavy right now, but hopefully it's not too bad with this. We'll find out later. But yeah, so let me see what I can find, and then I will be right back. All right, so I'm all set up here. I just took a couple of shots, test shots. So as you can see, got the tripod with the camera mounted up there, and that's my shot currently. Hopefully it's not too difficult to see. So basically, whenever you're out looking for something to shoot and you decide, I really want to get like those clouds in the distance is what I'm aiming for. But I want to get the foreground. I like to have the cemetery in the foreground, the clouds in the distance for the storm clouds and everything. You gotta. I don't want to get too much into the exposure triangle just yet, but it's finding a subject for finding a subject for your image, what you want to shoot. My mind blanked out there. So you find the subject, which in this case is the clouds for me. They're way off in the distance, and then you set up your camera, get it all ready to go. If you're on a cell phone, it's might be a little bit easier. Maybe you have a tripod for your cell phone. I've got a couple of little ones that I can put mine on, or you're just hand holding it. Cell phones usually take pretty good pictures, especially nowadays. But yeah, you shoot the subject, figure out what you want to get in the picture, and then tweak the settings on the camera. If you have a DSLR camera like I've got here, there's ISO, aperture, and shutter speed that you want to aim for. I'm not going to go into those a little bit more in a different video. I don't really want to go into those too much yet. But those three things combine to show the exposure in your image. So, for instance, the clouds are really bright off in the distance. So I'm taking multiple shots of different exposure levels so that when I get home, I can stitch those together in Lightroom and get all of the detail in the clouds as well as all of the detail in the foreground, so that I'll have the clearest picture possible and where all the exposures are just right. But yeah, other than that, that's all I've got at the moment. If I think of anything else, I'll flip the camera back on. If I find anything else that catches my eye, we'll walk around here and just check it out and see if I can find anything. And anything I do find, I will put up on Instagram later on. Make sure to check that out. Link for that's down in the description. I'll probably throw a couple of them in Discord as well. I've got a Discord. That link is also in the description. Feel free to join that. We'll kind of chat about everything. We hang out, play games. It's kind of it's not really a centralized Discord as far as like there's no one topic necessarily, but the main purpose of it is to have a community and to discuss things and ask questions and talk about photography and games and art, whatever catches your eye, whatever you're interested in. So check those out if you like that kind of stuff, and otherwise leave a comment down below. Let me know what you would like me to talk about next, if you'd like to see any specific thing or have any ideas of places you'd like to see me check out. And in Ohio, so I can't go there's not many places locally here unless you know some local places to check out. But yeah, if there's any subjects or something that maybe you want to see how I would look at them, just let me know that down in the comments, as well as anything that you would like to hear talked about from a new photographer who's learning all of the stuff now. Hopefully I can share some of the stuff that I've picked up. But otherwise, if you hit the thumbs up if you like the video. I am really bad at this. And subscribe if you want to see more, and I will talk to you all later.